Hello, this is the video on the practice test for Unit 4, and in this video we will go through problems 10, 11, and 12. Number 10 says to write a polynomial in standard form with those x-intercepts that are listed. So an x-intercept of 2 means you have a factor of x minus 2. X-intercept of 4 means you have x minus 4 as a factor, and then x equals 0. You might be confused about this at first. You might even write x minus 0. But what is x minus 0? Just x. Okay, so you could just have another x out there. And so I'm looking for a polynomial that has those x-intercepts. We could multiply this out in any order we want. I am going to choose actually to put my x over here for a sec. And I'm going to choose to do these two together. You don't have to make that choice. You can make a different choice. Your final answer and my final answer will match, even if our middle work does not. Okay, so first, outer, inner, last on these two, or distribute. X times x is x squared. X times negative 4 is negative 4x. Negative 2 times x is negative 2x. Negative 2 times negative 4 is positive 8. We can combine like terms. And then we need to distribute in this x. And that's it. There's my polynomial. It is in standard form because I have my exponents in decreasing order, to the third, to the second, to the first, the end. Fit the bill. Okay, this next one is a similar question, but a slight wrinkle to it. So actually we have a typo here, I just realized. Write a polynomial in standard form with the following, this should say roots, because you can't have an x-intercept that has an I in it. Okay, so one of our solutions is 3i. Complex solutions come in pairs. So if we have 3i as a solution, guess what? We also have negative 3i as a solution. And if negative 3i is a solution, then I could write the factor x plus 3i. The square root of 7 has the same attribute. So if square root of 7 is a solution, this is a factor. But I also then know that negative root 7 would be a solution, which would give me this factor. Now, you can multiply these four factors in any order you want. However, I'm going to multiply together the things that are similar. So the things that have an I, I'm going to put those with each other. The things that have a square root of 7, I'm going to put those with each other. This is actually a difference of squares pattern, as is this. So if you recognize that, this multiplication is somewhat easier because I know that I just have x squared, and then I'm going to square this because this and this cancel out, right? Positive and negative of the same thing. Now, if you don't understand what I'm just saying, go ahead, write out this, and then you'll have your minus 9i squared at the end, and you'll see that these two cancel. That's what I was saying out loud. Okay, the difference of squares pattern, the middle two terms do cancel out to 0. Okay, which is a time saver if you know it. If you don't know it, just write it out. The math will work out. Okay, so that's what I get if I multiply. Middle terms cancel. And back here, with the stuff in purple, same thing, difference of squares pattern. So it's this part squared minus this part squared. Okay, because this and this make 0. Okay, so let's go look at the part in blue. The part in blue, I have x squared, and then I squared is negative 1. If I have negative 9 times negative 1, I have positive 9. And over here, a square and a square root are opposites, they're inverse operations. So those are going to cancel out, and I just have minus 7. Okay, then we multiply these out. X to the 4th minus 7x squared plus 9x squared. minus 63. I have a little bit of like terms that can go together here, these two, and that is going to be my final answer. Yay! Okay, and this one. Mr. Covey wants to solve that equation. Ooh, but he can't do factoring because there are too many terms. There's 5 terms. We don't even know a way to do 5 terms. But luckily, I give him a hint. One of the answers, one of the solutions is -2. So he puts -2 in the skybox. Oh, Mr. Covey's so smart. And then reads the coefficients off of here, puts them in this line, does synthetic division, right? Bring down the first number, multiply, put the answer here, add, right? All that. This is the remainder. So we're going to use this result to continue our factoring. So the skybox being -2 means x plus 2 is a factor. This part, constant x squared, x cubed. I start with x to the 3rd plus 4x squared minus 9x minus 36. We're supposed to get 3 more answers. Okay, let's see if we do. Carry the x plus 2 through the problem. Now I have 4 terms in here. This looks like grouping to me. 4 terms, grouping, excellent. Single underlined part has an x squared as a common factor, which leaves me with x plus 4. Hope I get x plus 4 over here. Is there something I can take out that would make that happen? Minus 9. -9 times x is -9x. -9 times +4 is -36. Woo. So x plus 2 is one of the factors. Look at the part in purple. X plus 4 is a common factor in this part and this part, which leaves me with x squared plus, x squared minus 9. I can't read my own handwriting sometimes. Sad. X squared minus 9 is the other factor. That blob is just a blob, not a plus. Okay, and then I think I can factor more. X plus 2, x plus 4, carrying along. This is a difference of squares. X plus 3 and x minus 3. So my solutions. If I set each of these factors equal to 0, I'd get x is -2. This part set equal to 0, I'd get x equals -4. This part equals 0 is x equals -3. This part equal to 0 is x is 3. Now, by the way, I've noticed a few of you just saying, oh, you just switched the sign. That's not really what's happening here. To get from here to here, the thinking is x minus 3 equals 0. Add 3 to both sides, and you get x equals 3, right? So the thinking was like, oops, I should actually show that, is add 3, boom, this cancels, and you get x equals 3. So please try to think about the right thing. You're setting each of these equal to 0, and that results in these solutions. Okay, that is the key. That is the key. All right, 13 is up next, but that's in the next video. Thanks for watching. Keep studying.